They don't Zoom does not consult with me when they make these changes,
They don't. I can't
which is to their
understand why.
detriment, but they
No.
don't.
Yes.
Okay. So welcome.
Thank you.
I'm kind of excited about this class. Um, and here's two reasons. Well, before I do that, let's take a minute and probably just get ourselves like physically and mentally prepared. I'm already there because I've been thinking about it and getting ready and making sure they can. But let's just take a minute. Couple deep breaths, maybe. In through the nose, out through the mouth. If you want to, there's a stretch I really like where you can interlace your fingers, put them behind your neck, and just move those arms stretched back a little bit. It opens up your chest and improves your breathing just a smidge. Don't, just as much as is comfortable. Don't get carried away. But I have found that it really takes all these muscles, and just kind of opens them up a little, which isn't an all bad thing. And then me, I just like to swivel, but that's me. Oh, ow. Yeah, maybe that's enough. I don't want anybody to hurt anything, God knows. Okay. So I want to start out today with gratitude. And I'm going to start with gratitude because I finally, most of you know I teach at Georgia State. I teach social work students, people getting their master's in social work, right? But I teach totally online asynchronous. So that means no one ever comes together, which has been, I've now been doing this for about 2, 3 years. So I'm getting better at it. I've taken every freaking class I can find on engaging students in online asynchronous classes. But what I'm finding is a wonderful sense of engaging. And the way I do that is making them have assignments that then I comment on. And that's wonderful for engagement, but it means that Peggy spends a lot of her time grading assignments. So, not yesterday, but the day before, last Wednesday, I finished and I have a break. So, all day yesterday, I only did Zentangle from
Ooh.
morning to dinner time. And I just wanted to express how amazing that was and that I was just grateful that I had the chance to spend a whole day doing Zentangle. And it was lucky because I have lots of things to show you. So that's part of why I'm excited about this class. Okay, so how did everybody do finishing their tiles? Matza Matza. Matza Matza's okay. Mimi's got her book. She's ready to show us.
Yes. No, you want to see it?
Sure, babe. Hold on, let me spotlight.
Oh, wow.
Goodness.
Oh, my. Love it.
Very nice.
That is cool.
That's awesome.
Okay, we're going to look at those. Everybody's going to get a chance because what we're going to start off with this morning is shading. Okay, we're going to take those tiles, even if you didn't finish them, just play around with shading on parts you did finish. It's okay. It's learning. It's not, we're not going to put you in the Smithsonian, so it's all right.
Really?
I know it's disappointing,
Oh,
isn't it? I'm
shucks.
sorry. I'm so sorry to break that news. So we will start there, okay? But before we get into any tiles, I want to talk a little bit about a concept. So Zentangle, ooh, I'm sorry, hang on, 2 shakes. Let me just get back to not coughing. Okay, when Zentangle first started out, and I'm using some material that they have on zentangle.com, because I think the reference they make to their philosophy is really useful for this exercise, okay? So when Zentangle started, they thought it's really a good idea to just let people be free to draw, right? That was kind of their thinking. It was just put pen to paper and create art, right? But when they sat down to actually design the structure of the method, they started to figure out that maybe that wasn't quite as simple as it sounded. So what they did is they developed a method that builds structure. That's why you start with a dot in each corner, a border, a string, and then you step by step add a tangle, right? Into the spaces that are available. So that's like the beginning. And what they learned from that is that structure, i.e. the string, does give you a different approach to your own creative process. See, now I thought this because I don't like strings. So I'm just going to tell you that. I have tried to avoid strings. I've tried to do everything I could think of. I will be happy to use a string when I'm teaching an intro class. But after that, I figure, we don't need those strings. Well, I think maybe I've been wrong. And here's why. There's a quote they used by T.S. Eliot that says, when forced to work within a strict framework, the imagination is taxed to its utmost and will produce its richest ideas. Given total freedom, the work is likely to sprawl. And I thought, wow, that is so true of me. Because I will always give me extra space, give me a 5x5 tile. Oh, I can take the whole thing up. Watch. So it's what happens when you're dealing with a string, this elegance of limits, is that you're forced to think about the tangle in a way that's going to fit it in the space. And what starts to happen is that you think about the tangle differently. And suddenly the way you use it changes. So that's kind of their gig, their philosophical frame for this. I've talked before about Zentangle's project packs. And if you go and look on zentangle.com, they do take a concept like this, and then they create an entire project pack around it. Now, they're not cheap, okay? They're like $40. What happens is the money people pay for project packs is what can help finance all of the videos they make for each project pack that are always free to everyone. So just keep that in mind. But they did one on the elegance of limits just recently. I think it was Project Pack 22, which is only like a year or two ago, maybe last year. But anyway, bottom line is they used tiles that had strings built onto them. And you can get tiles in Zentangle that are pre-strung. There's a concept. That have strings on them that you then work within. So just to pass along the concept, because I resisted it because I thought it limited my creative thinking. And what I've learned, and partly I've learned it for this class because I have been doing stringed tiles all day yesterday, right? And I'm going, wow. Now a rhoecus is really different in that shaped space than it was in this shaped space, than it was here. So I start thinking differently about the tangles that I'm using. Does that make some sense?
Mhm.
So I guess I just wanted to share that, I just wanted to share that because it will give you some insight into where I'm going with this class. Okay. So what we did last week is we used a string. That string happened to be flux, right? We used a tangle as a string. And we took 3 flux. All right, I'm just going to share my screen a minute. Whoop, hold on, because I want to control what I show you. I don't want to show you everything at once. Okay. I know that sounds, I don't know, sneaky somehow. Okay, so last week we did flux, right? So this is a flux, this is a flux, this is a flux, and this is like a little skinny flux. That was our string. And we didn't do a border that time. We just said, here's a flux, here's a flux, here's a flux, and here's a flux. That was our string. And then we used 5 tangles. We did a rhoecus, Hannah drum, floors, and zeppel, and poke root or poke leaf, whichever one flicks your bick. Okay, now let's talk a little bit about shading on this because otherwise it's going to get lost. Because I know what happens is we all go, oh, shading, yeah, right. All right. So let's talk about this one first. So the floors, right? Not to make a pun, but the floors is underneath. So it's intentionally, right, underneath the Hannah drum. So I'm going to shade so it looks like it's underneath and like the Hannah drum is lifting up. Now, I have watched a lot of shading. I've taken a lot of shading classes because I don't feel like I'm very good at shading. But I'll tell you, Joanna Quincy, you all know that I take I go to Joanna Quincy's Tangle Club every week. Well, when I can get there, and then I watch the videos when I can't. But one of the things she taught me is that you lay your graphite down really close. You take the point of the pencil and you point it toward where you want the graphite to be the darkest. And then you put that graphite down pretty heavy. And then she does a thing that I had never heard before. Probably it was said before, but I didn't remember it. Is she takes her tortillon and she says, remember, set it in place first. And I'm like, set it in place. In other words, don't move it out a lot. Keep it right where you put it down and just do a circular motion. And you do that all the way around first. And what it does is it makes that section really dark because that's the darkest section you want, right? Because you want it to look like it's under. Then once you've set it in place, then you go ahead and pull it out so that it doesn't look like just a line of graphite. And you just pull it out. So you get a darker shading close to my Hannah drum and lighter shading as you pull it out. Does that make sense?
Yes.
It helped me. I don't know if it helps you or not. So that's the first shading I do in this particular section of our tile. With Hannah drum, most people will shade right where the flick, the flicks that you put in, right where those come out. Now it's real easy, particularly if your tortillon isn't pointed enough, like mine is a little weak. It's very easy to get over onto, to let your shading go up too far, right? So, or to let your shading get on this aura right here. So you got a couple options, right? We all have jelly rolls. And it's easy to go ahead if you're really thinking you've lost that white there, use a little white Jelly Roll and bring it back. The thing about graphite that's lovely is that you can erase it. I know that sounds really weird and you don't want to get carried away with that. But I was listening to one video. In fact, let me save this for when we get to the Arucus. But you always have the opportunity to, like here, I've really shaded I've put too much of the graphite onto the aura. So I would probably go in and try to bring that back out and lighten it up. Now you can get carried away, y'all, because I can use my pen, my white pen, bring it back, and then I lose my black lines, right? So then I have to go back in with the black pen and I have to bring the, so don't make yourself crazy, but just to give you some options. How's that? Okay, can I move to Arucus?
Yes.
Arucus is fun to me because in this example, I'm going to shade where my little spokes come out. I've created this little star shape. And what I've seen a couple people do, and I really like it, is they shade, pardon me, have some more sparkling water, Peggy. They lay the graphite along this edge, okay, like I just did there. They set it like we were discussing. And then they move it out both toward the center and a little ways out down these lines. And what that does is it makes this almost look curved, doesn't it? It kind of gives you a curved effect rather than the squared off real line that you created. I kind of liked that. So when I did that, I suddenly realized that I was kind of coming over onto my spoke that I was trying to accent. So one of the people that I watched said, use your anti-tortillon. And I said, what? She says, this little teeny tiny eraser thingy is now your anti-tortillon. So just take it and go down the center where you think you may have overdone.
It's like highlighting.
And it looks like it's exactly. And on a white tile, using white chalk isn't easy to do, right? It tends not to be as effective. But if you just use your anti-tortillon, and I thought this is a brilliant name for this thing.
Mhm.
And you guys know this, right? It's a mono zero. It's a Tombow. How Nani has talked about it too. And it has skinny, skinny, skinny little teeny tiny erasures. And then there's a bigger version, which I don't seem to have. And then there's this one. Same company, just a bigger eraser edge. And I use these constantly, just to let you know.
How do you spell Tombow?
Tombow.
Mono.
And they're called Mono Zero. And they're just two different widths.
Okay.
Okay. But I thought anti-tortillon was fun.
Yes.
So I also shaded here because, again, this one is supposed to be behind these two. And so you're trying to give the impression of depth, and you want them to feel like they're underneath. All right, last two, Enzeppel. Most people pick a side of Enzeppel. I'm sorry, let me say that better. These balloons that we've smashed into these shapes, you're going to kind of shade a side of them. And most people try to stay on the same side. So it gives, you're not getting confused about where the depth is. If you're, that didn't sound exactly right, but I think you understand what I mean. even though we don't use a light source in Zentangle, you want to give an effect of depth and you don't want to confuse people's brains. That's all I do to Nzemple. Some people will do the open section. I like the open section open. So I shade the little smashed balloons only for me. Poke root, most people shade. I always say most people because you can find 15 different videos giving you 15 different ideas. Shade at the top hat, you know, where you put the 2 lines for the stem and then you did the little hat. Most people shade there because if you think about a mushroom, right, where the top comes is where it's darkest. And so you shade there so that the little poke roots have depth individually. Can you kind of see that? Yeah, it's not too bad. It's a cloudy day here, so that helps me. I don't have sunshine streaming in the windows. So there you go. Does that make sense, y'all?
Mm-hmm.
Questions on shading those?
Note how Peggy used the residual graphite on her
Yes.
torta.
Yes, good point, Hanani. I do that a lot. One of the things about shading is some of us really resist it because when we first start doing it, we think we're covering up our wonderful work. And we go, oh, it's so beautiful. I don't want to put graphite on it. What I've learned over time in a lot of classes and videos is no, it enhances. Don't be afraid to use graphite. You know, you can, if you don't like it, you can lighten it. Don't be afraid to try substantial graphite. Okay, so that's our first experiment with a string.
Okay.
Is everybody okay? Do you want to show?
On the shade.
Or do, okay, then I won't do that. We'll do that at the end. Should I leave you be and let you shade a bit?
There you go. Yeah.
Okay, I can do that. And I'll
Works
get
for
ready for
me
the next.
anyway.
All right, you shade your little hearts out. Just shade your hearts. I'm going to go over here and get ready for the next part.
Late.
I thought I would tell you, I made the big mistake of going on Zentangle headquarters site to look at the Elegance of Limits material, and I realized that I need to buy some things. So I found out that the 5x5 tiles are now available in Renaissance and black. So I kind of went a little crazy. I told Haunani I should never have gone there. I should have known better.
But Peggy,
Point
we're
to
eventually
make-
going to have to do a class on the black tiles.
Yeah, so there you go. I have to get ready, right?
Yeah. And the project packs, I think it's important to point out, they come with the materials usually.
Oh yeah, when you
Okay.
pay the $40, you get everything you need to complete every tile that's presented in every video. And it's usually 7 or 8 videos, sometimes more per project pack. So Elegance of Limits, for instance, that 20 project pack 22 has gobs of materials in it because they do a lot of color in that project pack. So if you just go to project packs and look, now you also have access to the videos and can use your own materials, right? So know that they make the lesson available regardless. Not initially, the lessons are available only to the people who bought the project packs. You know what I'm trying to say? Initially, they release them on a certain day, and but in the end, they're available to everybody. And you can do them yourself using their videos, but your materials. Sometimes that works well because I've done it both ways. Sometimes I get frustrated because I really want to try I really want to do exactly what they're showing.
Yeah.
For me, because sometimes that's helpful. And while we're waiting, I can show you my new t-shirt.
What? I can't
You have to
see
spotlight you.
paid
All right, all
Protest.
right, all right, all right, all right. I wasn't going to spotlight it.
protest. I hate him
I'm not
for
being
free.
For free. I love it.
paid.
Okay, I
Okay.
usually don't get into politics much here, but I couldn't resist.
That's great. I saw a picture of a dad with a little toddler at one of the protests, and he was holding up a piece of cardboard that was about, let's say, 9 by 12 or so, and it just had childish scribbling all over it. It was the greatest thing. It was like, yeah,
Yep.
early protest.
We saw a dog with a box sign on his body. His whole body was a box with a written message on it.
I love it.
Take your dog to protest.
Okay, are you getting there?
Yep. Good.
It takes a while.
I know, it does.
A
No,
lot
and that's
of
why we
reading.
end up leaving it to the end and then we don't really get to it in enough specifics. Hanani and I are both thinking this double class thing is not a bad strategy to get you to finish something all the way to the end and for us to be able to get into the detail and not run out of time. So sometimes when you're shading, if you hold the tile up and away from you, you can get a sense of where you want more or less.
A question, Peggy. Because
Yes,
I
ma'am.
have this little eraser, my question is, when you run out of eraser, do you replace the eraser part or do you have to buy a whole new one?
No. They sell the refills. Let me show you.
Okay. That's good to know.
Yes.
I think I have both, but I'll show you. So they come, let me spotlight here or share my screen. Well, for God's sake. Okay. So they come in these little tubes. Oops,
Oh.
upside.
Okay.
Okay, and they're like this.
Ah.
And it just goes right in, like from the bottom. So I would do, if this was gone, okay, I'd push my lid down and I just push this all the way up in.
Huh.
It's that
Okay.
simple.
Okay. Thank you.
Uh-huh.
I love this. That's a
Yeah,
great
it's
thing.
my favorite thing. Both of these, both sizes. When I can't lay my hand on them, I get very crabby.
Hmm.
Where are they?
Yeah, I have one too, and I love it.
Yeah, they do come in handy. Okay. Do you want to share or do you want to wait and share everything at the end? Maybe we'll wait and share everything at the end, okay?
Yeah.
Because this is the part I really want to make sure we get to.
Okay. Got it.
All right, I'm going to go ahead and share my screen. I know some of you are still shading, and that's cool.
Be shading for hours.
Well, Joanne, that could be a problem. I can't wait hours, but you're happy. I mean, you are welcome to shade to your heart's content. In fact, I think you'll be happy to do it.
Mhm.
Okay, I'm gonna share my screen and I want to show you these little additional things I've got here. Let me get this out of the way. Okay, wait, I gotta move that over. See, the sun came out, damn it. Go
Yeah.
back behind the clouds. You devil. Okay. It's going behind the clouds in a minute. So, how in the heck do you decide on a string, right? I mean, who knows what a string is? So, let me just show you. No, I'll do that later. So, these are strings. Can you see that okay?
Yes.
And then this one,
Mhm.
and then this one. Now,
Yeah.
these strings I have intentionally not put a border, but I could easily have done that. I could have built a border in first, the dot in each corner, and then
Right.
add a border, and then done the string. But I chose, because we're working with 5 tangles, I said, nah, let's just work with the string. That's enough. So these are just 3 string examples. So what do you think?
They're interesting. It's
Well, all
hard
right.
to see the one
What?
the one that you left behind is the one that's really hard to see. The
Well, I'm
string
moving
on.
it.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I didn't color that one as dark. Take me 2 shakes of a lamb's tail here. There, how's that? Is that better?
Yes.
Yes.
So I'll just use my hand. It's going behind a cloud, but it's slow. It's not going as fast as I would like. So there's the string, okay?
Mhm.
It's a little wobbly because I wrote over it. All right, ignore that part. Okay, here is the 5 tangles on that string.
Oh my goodness.
Oh my goodness.
Neat.
Okay, let me show you again. This is the string,
Mhm.
okay?
Yeah.
Here's the tangles on the string.
Hmm.
Arucas. Now here I decided to get cute and I did poke root. And then I did a big poke root and put little poke roots inside it. Don't ask me
Uh-huh.
why, it just seemed like fun. And then I poke rooted around. Here I did enzeppel, right?
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
Here I did henna drum, but look at me, I ignored the string. I said to
Uh-huh.
hell with that string. So theoretically, the string line was right here.
Yeah.
I lost it because I was shading and erasing, and so I figured I'd have to just show you. But I just said, nah, I want the henna drums to go further. I
Mhm.
decided I wanted the Arucus to be the weird Arucus rather than the star Arucus because it was in a square. I thought that would be interesting.
Yeah.
And then I just let floors go behind. And interestingly, I used a gray pen.
Mhm. I need to get one of those.
They come in,
I like the floors as a background.
Yeah.
yes, it's
Mhm.
nice, isn't it?
Very.
Okay, are you ready?
Yes.
Told you I did this all day.
That's the really geometric one.
I love
It's
that.
very geometric, isn't it? I had a hell of a time with this one, I will admit. But here's what I did.
Oh,
Oh my goodness.
wow.
So
What is that
again,
with the floors? It's a little box inside.
I
the
did. It's
floors?
called an aura. So
Huh.
I did the Enzeppel up in this slot. Now remember, you're drawing these freehand, so they're never identically the same, okay? But the Enzeppel's up here, and then I went, wait, I have a little space down here, so I threw in a little more Enzeppel. This one I said, I'm ignoring that because I want to have all my spokes, but I don't want it centered. So I moved it, kind of down at an angle. I let my poke leaf here and poke root here. And then I did this thing with henna drum and I made them as tiny as I could. So I'd go all the way around and then I inked it in because I needed the drama to separate it from the other tangle.
Yeah, yeah.
And then I just did floors. But it was boring because it's a big place, floor. It's a lot of floors, right? So I went, well, that's boring. I got to do something else. So I went ahead and put an aura in the middle. Now, if I was really wanting to do more, I could easily put a fragment in those auras. If I wanted more motion, more whatever.
Mhm.
This is the string. This is the tile.
Hmm.
Now, if someone had told me that this was what it would look like when I started with this string, I would have told them, hell no, I won't do it that way. Okay, so what happens is you start and then you go, well, heck, if I'm going to do that there, I don't plan it ahead. I start with what feels like the right place for me. And then I do the next tangle based on what that one looked like. Okay, are you ready?
Mhm.
Here's the string.
It's hard.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Is that better?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Here's the tile.
Ooh.
So all I did was Arucus, Enzeppel, henna drum, poke root, poke leaf, floors.
Like that. Yeah.
Yeah, that.
Different.
Again, I didn't plan it ahead. I did these two. I knew I wanted Arucus. I did, well, I'll put Enzeppel here. And then I went, well, now what the hell am I going to do? I think I might have done henna drum next. And I did those henna drums along these lines. And then there you got it.
Mhm.
All right, now get ready because now you get to pick.
Mhm.
So
Oh,
I'll get it straightened around. Let me see if I can pull this blind.
Wow. Wow.
That
better.
helps a bit, huh?
Yes.
Okay, here are 4 strings.
Mhm.
There's nothing underneath them, so don't get excited. I was good, but I didn't do that many. And the one underneath it is the same thing blank, so just so you know. Okay, so what I know is that we have enough spaces in each of these strings to do all of our tangles. Right?
Yeah.
Okay. So what's your pleasure?
I like the lower right hand one.
This one?
Yeah. I like that. But I also like the upper left. It's really different.
It is, isn't it?
Yeah.
So here's the thing. You're going to recreate this string on your tile or paper, whatever,
Mhm.
you're using to do the particular class. So I don't care if you do different strings. If you look at it closely enough, it's not hard to replicate. I will draw each of them so you can see. Does that sound like a good idea?
Mhm.
So people liked this one, so let me talk about that first. So first you do just a simple, okay?
Mhm.
And you can bring it in. I'm doing it quickly, so forgive me. You can bring it in as much as you want. If you don't like that because it's too far out, you just take that cute eraser, you make it go away, and you bring it in a little. And then all you do is the same thing across with another shape.
I like that.
Okay, and I would
Easy.
do this over because I would want it to come out.
Mm.
And then you get rid of, I got rid of these lines, but it doesn't matter because it's a string.
Mhm.
It's only a guide, it's not a rule. Okay, so that's that one. Luckily, I can erase all this. Let's do this one. Same thing. I'm just going to do this shape, right?
Yeah.
And then I'm going to do this and then this. It's that straightforward. It's only a guide. So
Mhm.
pick whichever one speaks to you.
Decision.
Thought this guy was kind of interesting, but
Which one?
this thing.
That's really, yeah.
That looks challenging, very
Yeah.
challenging.
See, what's interesting is that's what I thought about. Whoops. Hold on, I'm dropping things all over the. That's what I thought about this one.
I like the double loop one.
Yes, that you can use one of the ones I've already used if that speaks better to you. That's fine too. There's this,
First, I have to find a tile.
this, and this.
Tiles.
Everybody figured it out?
I have.
All right. I'm using that. Okay. If you need anything while you're working to see a tangle, to see whatever, all you got to do is let me know.
Huh.
You're having trouble seeing me, aren't you? Kind of annoying.
Now, Peggy,
Yeah.
can you have 6 arms on the Arucus?
Absolutely. Nobody cares. Any number of arms is an okay thing.
Okay.
I've seen people, yes, you can. I've seen lots of different iterations of Arucus, and they've used all different variations in terms of numbers of spokes. I'm a day. Bailey, you sent out black early. I gotta be able to close this door. Okay?
Bigger.
Okay. Okay, I'm not leaving. I'm not going anywhere. All right. Lie down. You're good. Lie down. Good girl.
Greg, I'm going. Good Friday service.
Yeah, because you're reading for me. Thank you.
Stay with Mom. Stay up here. Michael's here.
Oh, okay, thanks. Didn't realize it was that late already.
Yeah. Plenty.
What? One of the things I find when I try to do the crazy arukas is I lose track of where I am.
To have that with the regular aerobic.
Okay, fair enough. Yeah, like here I'm losing track. Okay, here we go. That's bizarre. I'm not sure how I feel about that, but pretty crazy. Right back, guys. Hi, wherever you went. Yeah, I'm still here. Yeah. Okay, go ahead. I know, she left.
Mm.
The other thing I was going to tell you is often when you use a string, you don't ink in the string lines, but there are exceptions. There are times when you want to make the separation between tangles more pronounced. Like for instance, like I'm going to do enzeppel here, my little enzeppels, and here, but I want to make it clear that there's a line. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to ink in that. Now you see I let those little poke roots stick over.
Mm-hmm.
You see what I'm saying? So
Yes.
this one went under. This one I let it stick out. I think that's kind of cool. So I'll have to watch it when I decide to do my enzeppel, that I remember that this guy's sticking out of there. So one of the things they tell you, if you're putting tangles really close to each other and you want to draw a distinction, I'm not going to do that here, but often all you need to do is aura the
Yeah.
tangle in the space in between. Like I could aura all around Henna Drum and then go ahead and put something above it that was a different tangle and it would create a separation.
Mm-hmm.
You see what I mean?
Yes.
Duh. Yes, of course I do, Peggy. How do I want to do that? I'm not sure. I'm going to create a space. That's pretty cool. Right, okay, somebody's at my door, which is very odd. I'll be right back. Okay, I know Mama's not here, so let me go look. Oof. Get my exercise. Huh, that's really interesting. So- Oops. Okay. Sorry if my yard guys are noise is leaking through.
Not at all.
Good. Get my camera there. I know you can't see this, but I'm trying to do something and I can't do it without the light. How interesting. That's good.
Oh, shoot. Well, okay.
You've taught us how to talk to ourselves.
Well, I certainly do enough of it, so,
I think I came with that skill.
well. All right, I'm gonna get rid of these. Well, yes. I'm gonna get rid of my string.
Hmm. No, it's more floors. Yeah.
Huh, I like that. Interesting. All right. How's everybody coming? I'm just aware we want to show a couple things at the end. So even if you're not done in about 5 or so, we'll share. Okay, while you're finishing up, I'm going to show you mine. Then I'm going to show you these because you might be intrigued. Okay, that. Those are the grays. Maybe all the grays. Oh, nope. Okay. Okay, so here's what I did. Let me just bring it in a little. Okay, so I decided to go with my poke root around that little edge. And remember this is what I'm doing.
Mhm.
There's my string. Okay,
Mhm.
Ah,
so
very nice.
I do my little poke roots. I haven't shaded anything. I'm just trying to show you what I did. Now, I did my arucas in the middle,
Mhm.
and I went with the crazy arucas, which means I'll probably shade it a little differently than the traditional because I don't have my 5 distinct spokes. There's the word I wanted. And if you'll remember in the other arucas, I shaded it when I went crazy more like that. Remember?
Yes.
So I'll probably do a similar thing. Okay. Then I did because see, I only had so many spaces, right? And this is a quote unquote challenge. So I did my henna drums. I did my enzeppels, and I created another space rather than going off the tile, which was one option. I could have just enzeppeled my way right off, but I decided to add a line and create a distinct space there and do my enzeppel. But guess what? I hadn't done any floors against the rule. So, I'm kidding. So I just went ahead and did my gray pen and a little bit of floors behind my henna drum.
Mhm.
Now, the one thing I added, you see the gray around the poke root?
Great.
Yes.
Because I thought it was lost. It didn't. So I thought about inking it in, but if I'd inked it in, it would have gone into my henna drum, right?
Yeah.
So instead, I used a koi brush pen. These are really amazing things, these koi brush pens. And they happen to have a set of different colors of gray.
Wow.
Amazing, isn't it? And I used the
My.
lightest color and I just used the brush pen and filled that in
Oh.
around my poke roots.
Mhm.
Okay? All right, I'll quit sharing. Enough of my sharing. I just thought you might find that interesting. They're really cool.
Yes.
And they're
Yeah.
not $1 million. I mean, koi brush pens are really nice. They last, they're really nice to work with. And the color's good. There's colors, obviously. I mean, they have all different kinds of colors, but I was working with black and white, so I stayed with the gray, but there's some examples. Okay, I'll stop sharing.
Mhm.
Okay. Everybody, oh, look at Mary. My gosh, Mary is ready. She is all in.
Yeah, but this is from last week.
That's
Oh,
all right.
okay.
We want to see both. That
And I
looks
just
cool.
added a
that's
little
pretty.
string to it. My
That's
other
great.
string is
That's wonderful.
waiting for me, so I'll get to that later.
Oh, and you
That's awesome.
Yeah.
shaded behind
was
the
fun.
poke leaf too, with the
Good.
green. Yeah.
Thank
Yeah,
you.
the
Really
green was
stands
really
out.
nice. See, it's a similar thing. That's really cool. Thank you, Mary. Okay. Can I just go round, y'all? You can always say no.
Sure.
Susan Michelson, do you want to share or you want to say no? You want to share last week's at least? Oh, cool.
Oh, I like your floors. That's super
Yeah,
cool
that's
too.
cool.
Yeah.
I have to get some more in there.
Very nice.
There you go.
Awesome. Love it. Love it. Mimi. You're muted, babe. Oh my God.
Because of the dog.
Look at those henna drums.
Oh, wow.
Yeah,
Good job.
I like the black
Amazing.
accent.
That's amazing. I love it.
I like the curves on the Aruka.
I know. It's wonderful. Janet, would you like to?
Yeah. Okay.
Want to do last week or just this week? Okay,
This
cool.
week, I'm working on
Oh,
this.
neat.
Background is going to be floors, and then I'm going to finish the Arucas in here.
Very cool. Very cool. That's neat. I love it.
Very nice.
Joanne.
Last week,
Oh, neat.
I
Oh,
didn't get very far on
nice.
the shading though.
No, but you
That
do
looks
good.
really
You do.
good.
You don't fool around.
And I started this week a little bit different from the string that you did. I
Oh,
couldn't
that's
find
great.
I
Oh,
couldn't
cool
find
coloring.
a plain tile.
No, but that's cool.
So I had this
Very
colored
pretty.
tile, and then I went with the blue micron instead of the black
Yep.
on it.
That's
And
awesome.
so,
I love how you
yeah.
did floors on the on those points. That's wonderful.
I was supposed to be in Zeppel, and I screwed up.
No, it looks great. It's not a mistake.
Yeah.
It's a creative moment. Marie, do you want to show, darling? Yay!
Ooh,
Oh my
wow,
goodness.
look at you. That's awesome.
Wow.
Nice.
I got part of it anyway.
You do indeed more than part of it. That's wonderful. Anne Marie, are you ready?
Sure. I'm not done and I haven't used all of them, but I'm getting
Oh,
there.
good.
Oh, wow.
Whoa.
Very cool.
Wow.
Oh, wow, wow. Yes.
Very
Yeah.
cool.
That's
Wait,
neat.
hold that back up. I love the partial Arucas. That's brilliant.
Mhm. Yeah.
That
yeah.
is wonderful.
I was
Yeah.
trying to
And then
figure
the
out.
poke roots and poke leaves coming out from the Arucas. You know, that's what do
I
you
really like
call
that.
that? That's a very cool technique.
Yes.
Thank you.
Yeah.
You guys
Awesome.
are like build me up every Friday.
Very nice.
That's good. I'm
Very
glad.
good.
Haunani.
Put it back.
She's trying to get the right.
Think she's muted.
No,
There we
she's
go.
good.
Ooh.
Very nice.
Awesome.
Very nice.
Like that.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah,
There it is.
there.
There it is.
Very bold.
That's
Yeah.
wonderful. I love it.
Oh, that's neat.
To work.
Just tip it a minute. Just a
Ah.
tiny there,
Oh, there you
there,
go.
there,
Yeah.
there. We got it. That is
That's
cool.
good.
I still have to get the poke root and
Floors.
oh, floors is actually in the inner circle, one of the circles.
Oh yeah, I see.
Oh, cool.
Oh, yeah.
Sorry, this
Oh, that's
I
really
don't know
good.
why this doesn't come out right,
That's
but anyway.
Mine
cool.
doesn't either. It's very annoying. There,
There
stop.
you go.
Perfect.
Don't move it. Perfect.
Good.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Oh,
I
that's really
love
neat.
that the Arucas come out on the other side of the henna drum. That's awesome. 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 Susan Scheschler, do you want to show, darling?
Sure. I've been working on last week's rather than. this
Okay,
week's.
that's good. That's good.
Be a little peaceful here.
Oh, cool.
Oh, very
Nice.
pretty.
Good.
When I did the shading.
Yeah, yeah.
Very nice.
Yeah,
Very
very
nice.
cool.
I like the
Working
color.
hard.
Well, there you go, guys.
Mhm.
Yeah. What am I gonna do?
Now, when I hold my drawing up, it's in different color. Do you see it? Do you see it as like
Hang on, Susan, let me spotlight you. What do you
There's
mean it's in
blue.
a different color, hon?
It looks aqua to me. The
Yes.
background.
Yeah, it does to us too.
I wonder why.
What color is it?
It's black and white. It's all black and white.
Wow.
Really?
Well, that's very odd. I can't answer that. But now that I look at your whole picture on the screen, your walls look a little aqua, actually. So there's
Wonder why
something
it's
with the
a little blue.
camera. Who knows? Who knows? Mine, I'll tell you, these webcams are wonderful when they work, but they're annoying when they screw up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How am I gonna do an example?
So I'm now off for a week.
Good for you.
So we'll figure out, I have opportunity to tangle in between trying to train a dog.
Okay.
Well, these
I'd
old
love to
ladies
send
are,
my dogs.
these old ladies are moving, and that we figure that's a good reason. So we're fine.
Yeah.
We're moving. All right. You all look like you're still working. I don't want to interrupt or anything. Any other questions? Any other comments? If you haven't registered, please do. I think everybody here has. So, and I have,
Not yet.
okay, that's fine. Whenever. And we'll see you next week.
All right.
Okay.
Right.
Okay.
Bye,
Sounds
everyone.
good.
Okay.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Happy
Have
Easter.
a good
Happy
Easter,
Easter.
everybody.
Yeah.